We have Minnesota State running back Shen Butler Lawson. I've known Sheen since I believe the seventh and eighth grade, where he was a standout running back. Back then, we all knew he was, going to do big things. And here he is doing great things at Minnesota State University. Sheen, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself for everybody?
How y'all doing? Shen Butler Lawson. Like he said, D2 running back at Minnesota State University, Mankato, and thank y'all for having me on.
Oh, okay. So we'll get into it. So, what was the process like coming out of high school, and what advice would you give the current athletes of today with all the changes going on and stuff like that?
Yeah, when I was in high school, like the transfer portal wasn't a thing and such, so it was like more easier to get recruited back then. Well, I wouldn't say easier, but coaches looked at the high school like kids more back then. So like I had my fair share of camps and just getting your name out there, man, for real. Like, go to camps that are beneficial to you. Like, don't go to a mega camp if a coach is not asking you to go. Like, I only went to one mega camp, and that was because Michigan, Jay Harbaugh, the running back coach at Michigan, asked me to go. That's the only reason I went. Like, if you want to really go to get recruited by a D1 school, P5, wherever you want to go to that school's like high school camp whenever they have it. Don't just be going to all these random Nike openings. I mean, if you get invited, go ahead and go. But I mean, it's kind of pointless if you feel me. You didn't get invited, bro, because they already know who they're looking at in those senses. So just go to camps that will benefit you in the end, for real.
Okay, yeah, I think that was the second part of the first question was, you know, what do you recommend anything for them to do to help them in the recruiting process? Which you kind of went over right there with camps and combines, and that's big. I think going to the actual camps at the colleges is more beneficial than and a lot cheaper, and things like that for people. Um, so going on to question number two, coming out of high school, you had two D1 offers. I know you had a D1 offer to Purdue, and I think South Dakota State University. However, you chose to go D2 to Missouri Western. Can you explain why you passed up the chance to play D1 football that most kids, dream of playing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, really, all my offers in high school were D1. I had, like you said, my first one was Purdue. I had South Dakota. I had North Dakota. I had UT Martin. I had who was it? I had North Dakota State, and then basically, bro, like, well, Purdue, like they just chose. They basically told me like, if we picking between you and a 5 star, if just 5 star commit to us, like we don't have a scholarship for you. Which kept it a buck, you feel me? So like, you really got to realize like this is a business. Like these people, like what you don't realize, like these coaches get fired too, bro. So like they job be on the line, so they got to bring somebody in to help them build their resume to keep them going. You know what I mean? So like it was understood. I mean, the 5 star had the resume, quote unquote, but I mean, you feel me? They went that route, and then they just stopped talking to me. So, boom, that get me back to all my schools. And at the time, it was kind of far, bro. I really wasn't looking into it for real. Like, I talked to South Dakota a lot. Coach Agnew, who was at North Dakota, he really was going to be my first offer, but he never pulled the trigger to Purdue did. But now he's at Stanford. He's that coach at Stanford, but just really like those schools at the time were just too far, bro. And I really wasn't trying to go way out to North Dakota, South Dakota. You know what I mean? But so when I really committed, I committed. So I committed crazy late. Like a lot of people don't realize that, and a lot of people don't know. NIU they came to Waynesville like it was like 2 weeks before Christmas break my senior year. They were like, "We got an offer for you. You got to graduate in December and come to school, like enroll early." A lot of people don't know that, and I told them basically, this my senior year. I want to do everything that I was supposed to do my senior year. I want to go play basketball. I want to go run track. And basically was like, Well, if you choose to do that, we don't got to gone by the time you by the time whatever you want to commit. Da, da, da. So like if that's what you going is gone. Like if you feel like I could benefit your program, you gonna wait on me. You know what I mean? So um
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people didn't know that.
yeah. So
So
bro, so Coach Crenshaw was the running back coach at Missouri Western at the time. Um, he had DM me a couple times, and then the last he invited me to their camps at the time. Like I wasn't talking to no D2s, so I was just entertaining straight D1s. I was low key ghosting the D2s. A recruiting tip for any kid out there: don't ghost no coach, bro. Like you never know where they'll end up at in the coaching world, bro. So, but yeah, Coach Crenshaw, he was at Mo West. He had just hit me up. He was like, "Let's visit this weekend. Come out, check us out." Whoop, whoop. So I told my dad, I was like, "Bro, let's go. Like, I just want to go take some pics. I just want pics in the jersey." So yeah, I had went up there, and then I loved it. It was everything I needed. Like they had my major. They had a great indoor facility. Not it wasn't too far from home at the time because when I lived in Waynesville, Mo West literally here, bro. So that was perfect. That's time to go home on the weekends, or you feel me? And yeah. So and then D2, everybody don't know, but they can't give you a straight like full out athletic scholarship. Like they could give you it. It will essentially like equal up to a full because I got athletic scholarship and academic scholarship, but they can't just flat out give you straight.
yeah,
Know what I mean? Athletic
yeah,
scholarship.
they can't give you a full ride athletic scholarship. Yeah,
Know that about that's a real misconception. But yeah, so like the money talked for real. So my pops was like, well, I mean, these other schools really not want to do. So I'm like, man, I'll commit. Like I was messing with it for sure. Like, and then for me, in my recruiting process, I looked at every school. Like every school I was talking to, I'm looking at that running back list. I'm looking at the stats, height, weight. See, I think I could beat him out. You feel me? So the starting running back at the time at Mo West, he was 5'6", probably like a buck 75, bro. But he was 1,000 yard rusher. So I was like, man, there's no way he could go get 1,000 yards, but I can't. So I was there, bro. That's my best chance of playing right away. That's what I'm gonna do. So
yeah.
boom, it's there. And yep, that was that.
Okay. Yeah, so I know I followed you back then. I was like, hey, he got some playtime here as a freshman, and then COVID hit, and things like that. And then after your first season at Missouri Western, you decided to enter the transfer portal. Can you explain why you entered the transfer portal and what made you want to transfer from OS?
Yeah, that COVID season was rough, man. I just went pushing at that time, bro. Just trying to figure out myself. I'm away from home. Um, I mean, that really didn't affect me too much, but it's like I don't know. You don't really have like that parent's voice to like really give you a second opinion. So, bro, I don't know. I just wasn't like messing with it for my freshman year, through freshman year, and then we played. Actually, we had played two games that COVID year. We played against Central Arkansas and Pitt State. Those are two cool games. You know what I mean? I got my feet wet a little bit, see how college ball was. Got to play against a D1 school. I mean, you feel me? And then our first real season, that 2021 season, it's essentially my true freshman season, but COVID season for me. But yeah, it I ended up being a starter the first 4 games. Man, I was killing it. I had like 5 touchdowns, 2 games. Then the next 2 games, I had like 300 yards. I was killing it. So, bro, I'm a true freshman. I'm doing my thing. Then, boom, I just stopped playing. Like, they just stopped messing with me. And I was thinking to myself, like, why? I never been the type to, like, go question coaches or, like, just be in their ear, like, why am I not doing this and that? You feel me? I just go work for what I want. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be in nobody's ear. Because I feel like I could control my playing time, bro. Like, if you're not playing, it's for a reason. So I mean, I never really cared to go ask what the reason was, bro. I just felt like it was more work to be put in, so that's what I did. I just put the work in. Then boom, start getting towards the middle of the season, and then end of the season came. We went 6-5. I ended the year with 10 touchdowns. Um, 10 touchdowns, like 400, 500 yards on the season, which was a solid season in my eyes. So I asked them like, got extra meeting, and I was like, because I'm not gonna lie, we had a stacked running back room. I feel like anybody my freshman year in that running back room could have went D1 and made an impact somewhere. Like you got Brandon Hall, he was the MIAA freshman of the year. You got Jared Scott, he came off a broken ankle, but he was still a great dude. He balled for sure. And you had Bryson Cobbins, he at Oregon right now. So I mean, we had a stacked room, bro. So I just basically went in there and asked the head coach, like, what are you guys planning for me moving forward? And then they were stagnant. Well, we just want things go, blah blah blah, and that wasn't what I wanted to hear, honestly. So, I mean, I got NFL dreams, so I didn't. I felt like if I would have stayed, I would have been kind of wasting my time, trying to fulfill their dream for me, and that's not what I wanted. So I was like, I'm just gonna go explore my options. Transfer portal, and yep, hit the portal.
All right. Yeah. So that's kind of, a good thing, I guess, and so kind of leads us into the next question is, um, how did the transfer portal benefit you, personally?
I mean, it was a fresh start. I mean, obviously, I'm crazy far from home. I mean, I go to school in Minnesota. Like, I never heard of Minnesota for real, other than the Vikings until they hit me up. And what's crazy, the coach at Minnesota State, he was actually at NIU, and I was ghosting him when he was trying to recruit me at NIU. That's crazy. He hit me up when I got. He hit me up because of Coach Crenshaw. Coach Crenshaw, because he left. Coach Crenshaw left after the COVID year, and he went to South Dakota State. Then Coach Crenshaw, like I hit the portal. He seen me hit the portal. He hit me up. He said I would. He said I would offer you, but we really don't got no space here. But I got some people I'm gonna reach out to. And then Coach Jones hit me up, which is our receiver coach at Minnesota State. He was like, "Yeah, I used to recruit you when I was at NIU." Da da da. So boom, I just did my research on the school. They had just went to the Natty in 2019. I mean, it's 2021. That 2020 season, they didn't have a season. So the last season they played, they went to a Natty. I was like, man, you feel me? Like, come on, let me do a little bit more research. And then did my research. They were a school that runs the ball. Like their running back the year they went to the Natty, he had 32 touchdowns and 1,700 yards. So I was like, bro, what? Like, I'm messing with that. And I started watching the games, and I was kind of like, I feel like I'm better than dude, so I could go there and do that. But yeah, bro, it was just a new scenery. It helped me just get a new focus for the game of football. You know what I mean? I'm getting around some new coaches. It was great, bro. So I think it was a good decision for me, and it panned out well.
Yeah, so we're also hearing now, with the transfer portal, a lot of kids are being told, "Hey, go jump in the portal. We don't need you no more." And they've already got people that they are replacing them with. Um, you know, have you seen that? In your time?
Yeah, man. So it's crazy. So actually, that happened at Minnesota State. Like literally, they brung me in and basically sent the running back out. Like, take our chances with him, and you can either stay and be a walk on, or you feel me, you could hit the portal. So I mean, that's the business of it. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Luckily for him, he got D3 right now, and he's gonna be playing in a Division 3 now this Saturday. So that's cool for him. You know what I mean? But
Good. Yeah, that's good for him. So, all right. So, what advice do you give younger athletes who are interested in the transfer portal? Like, basically, make sure you do your homework. Like, what advice do you give them if they're going to be jumping in the portal?
I would say, don't jump in there because I don't know. You might find yourself in a situation where you're stuck in there, bro. Make sure you have the connections to hit the portal too, because that's a big thing with it now. Like when I hopped in there, I really just hopped out. I went in there on faith. I knew nobody for real. I just said, I'm gonna just go in the portal, see what happens. But yeah, I mean, unless you just a baller, I would have hopped in there. Yeah, just because your way. But I mean, there's legit reasons in there. I mean, mental health, maybe a parent's back home sick or something. Like there's legit reason to for sure hit it. But don't be hitting it just because you feel like you're not playing enough or you feel like coach don't like you. That's the case. Right? He probably don't like you for a reason. Maybe you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You got to really sit down and assess yourself before you think about hitting that portal for real. That's what I would say for sure.
Okay. All right. And college athletes are now allowed to get paid for the name, image, and likeliness. What have you seen the good and the bad on NIL deals?
Um, I would say D2, bro. You really won't. It would take D2 that much. I mean, just looking at it a lot. You see a lot of guys now like, oh, I balled out this season. I'm finna hit the portal, go somewhere, get paid, bro. Like that's how it's looked at now. You know what I mean? Like last season, Grand Valley, bro, they had two receivers balled out, and they basically told the coach like, "Hey, we balled out. We got the connections up. Like they'll pay big time money to come play. That's what we finna do." So they hopped in the portal. One went to Mississippi State, the other one went to Tennessee. So that's like, you know what I mean? That's like the quote unquote bad like key players just because a bigger school has that money to pay them. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense, bro, it's changing kids' life, man. You look at USC, Caleb Williams, he's a millionaire, bro. He's 19, like he in college driving for a Ferrari. You see what I mean, like, so I mean, it's good and bad to it. I feel like it could kind of hurt the integrity of the game, bro, because it's kind of like, are you really in it because or you going to money grab? You know what I mean? I'm like, at this point, stage, it's like Marvin Harris. Marvin Harris might come back to school just because his AL money might be more than his rookie contract if he was to go to the draft next year. So like, it's a lot of factors that play into it, man. Do I feel like we should get paid? Yes, but I feel you got to kind of put some regulations on it somewhere, somehow. I don't know what you would do to it, but yeah, it got to get regulated some type of way for sure.
Yeah, I think without it being regulated, it's really going to hurt the integrity of the game, and you're going to see a lot of the bigger schools, just buying the players that they need to win, and the little schools are going to be hurt in the process. Um, and with that said, do you currently have any NIL deals that you like to mention here or give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to with Accelerator, man. Drink Accelerator. Great energy drink, clean energy drink. I don't really drink them, but I mean, now I do. 'Cause clean options, not like Red Bull or all those other drinks that got all that bad stuff for you. It's natural, clean energy. So yeah, my NRDL. I'm working on one with this clothing brand company coming soon. If I get that, I will be posting that for sure. But yeah, drink
Sweet.
is
So you said it's what was the name of the energy drink?
drink accelerator, accelerator.
Accelerator. Okay, okay. Accelerator energy drinks. I'm gonna have to go to the store and buy one of those and try them out, just see
So,
what they're like. And can you tell us about the daily grind requirements of being a student athlete at Minnesota State, and what does your day look like from start to end? I know a lot of these kids don't understand that, the being a college athlete is way more than just playing football. You got 5 a.m. wake ups, and might not get back to your dorm room until about 9 p.m. at night. So can you explain the little process through your day with Minnesota State?
yeah, I mean, now that I'm older, it's kind of easier for me because I would say if like you're a freshman going in or what may have you, make sure you manage your time well because that's the biggest thing for sure. Making sure you got time to do schoolwork, Like do extra work outside of your workouts with the team, bro, because that's ultimately how you get better, not just doing what you do at team workouts or what may have you. But yeah, I mean, my freshman class, uh, we had 4:30 wake, and at my West, there's a 10-minute rule. Like if wake's 5, you got to be there out and dressed at 4:50. So yeah, like that was MOS started at 4:50. I got class at what 9. Workouts don't get done till about 7ish. Gotta go to breakfast, you feel me? So like I said, time management. But now that I'm older and I set myself up for success. This semester we got early morning wake ups. Like at Minnesota State, we don't start workouts till 7 o'clock. We got 7 a.m. meetings. We'll have a team meeting at 7, and then we'll have lift at 7:15. And then I only had in person class um, Monday and Wednesday, so it was cool. I didn't have class till like 11, so I go home, eat breakfast. You feel me? Take a nap, go to class, and then we got practice. Well, we got meetings at 2, then practice right after that. And then depending on what you did during the day, you might have to go home, do some homework, knock out some homework, what have you. But I mean, next semester I'm getting down to like the last bits of my school. I'm finna graduate, so I got all online classes. Kind of easy for me. I mean, in D2, I got a house, so I pay rent. I'm gonna have a job next semester, so there'll be workouts for me 6 a.m. Go to work whenever I go to work. Come home, do homework. You feel me? And then just repeat.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So it's it's a daily grind. Getting everything done that you have to do and schoolwork and everything. Just don't want to overload yourself and come in as a freshman trying to do too much. Um, so, what is the best advice you can give high school kids right now that want to play at the next level? I know, a lot of kids, they say they want to play, but then, they're not out there putting in that work on Saturday and Sunday, or they think, just going to practice every day, getting better is going to help them. Um, but can you explain the things that you did, things that you wish you would have did when you were younger that would have helped you get better, um, for those guys that want to play at the next level?
Yeah. I'll say for a younger guy that's still in high school, bro. Don't ever feel like you need a trainer, bro. Like back in the day when we used to work out, bro, that was cool. I used to love that. You know what I mean? But you had moved away. You feel me? So I was just out there by myself getting it in, bro. So I used to look on Instagram all the time, like these kids working out with a trainer. Like maybe that'll get them so good. But realistically, bro, you could look up drills on YouTube. Like you could go out and do this stuff yourself. You know what I mean? So don't ever feel like your career is in someone else's hands. You could go out and take and get what you want. You know what I mean? So I was if you're like a junior, senior, I say get in them coaches' spaces, man. Do what you got to do. Go get to these camps. You feel me? Or the schools you want to go to, and making sure you stand out at these camps. Like Dion said, if you go to a camp, wear the brightest thing you got, and you balling for sure, because they gonna see you for sure. You wear some bright cleats, some bright gloves. Dang, who's this guy making plays with them bright shoes on? You know
Yeah.
that was something I did for sure when I was at camp. So I made sure I
Yeah,
wore my
I remember when we went to the Missouri State camp.
yeah
Uh, and you were dressed out in pretty pink stuff, and like you said, back when I used to train with you, trainers are not 100% necessary, but it's good to have somebody there to help you and guide you. If you have the money and you can afford it, that's great. But like you said, if you can't, don't feel like you still ain't going to be able to get better, because like you said, you can go to YouTube, get drills, do them in your backyard. You can work out at the gym by yourself. Just got to make sure that you're doing things correctly, but you don't necessarily 100% have to have a trainer if you ain't got the money to afford one. You can still get where you need to go on your own. um and so the thing about, well, Deion Sanders right now, he's changing everything. There's a lot of hate on him, and people are like, oh, they waiting for him to fail. Me personally, I want to see him be successful. I want to see him bring Colorado up and do something. um So you have one more year at at Minnesota State, and what are you looking forward to this upcoming season?
Man, so at the end of the season this year, like NFL scouts coming in and out, you know what I mean, coming to see my team or maybe even me. So we got a quarterback and return specialist, Trey Valvel. We both transferred from Missouri Western, and he's entering the draft this year, so that's cool. But so our liaison for like the NFL coaches or whatever, basically a lot of coaches basically just chirping about my name. You know what I mean? Like we see what this guy's doing. Basically, like my exit meeting with my head coach this year, he was kind of like, I know you have NFL teams and whatnot. I think you should enter the draft. And because I had a great, bro. If you really look at it, I mean,
Yeah,
1,400,
yeah, like 1,400 yards, right?
yeah, 15 touchdowns, well, 17 touchdowns, two receiving, 15 rushing. But ultimately, I feel like I didn't even put my best out there yet. You know what I mean? So, like I told him, the thing for me, I'm coming back. I'm gonna play my last year, and I think for me, the biggest thing I want to show people is this consistency. I could go back another year and do it again. You know what I mean? But even better. Like my goals, my goals for this year, I literally only met one goal. So it's like to a good season to like the outsiders. I got All American and a couple polls. Got first team honors. First team all region. Like that's cool and all. You know what I mean? But it kind of means nothing to me when I didn't reach my goals that I wanted to set out for myself. You know what I mean. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
coming
your
back.
personal goals.
Yeah, the praise, the recognition is always great. You know what I mean. But I still want to come back that I could do it at an even higher level. I could do even more and show you that I'm consistent too. Because if you do it back to back and even better, they got to show somebody. You know what I mean. So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me for sure.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you joining us today, man. And I like to do these things live so people can see, everything's live. It's not recorded or rehearsed and stuff like that. So I appreciate you coming out, and I'm gonna get you um, some gear for you so you can wear it out there at Minnesota State. And who knows? Maybe I'll sign you to an NIL deal.
Yeah.
But hey, Sheen, it was great talking to you. And hopefully you meet those goals and we see you in the draft after the 2024 season. Make sure you give me some tickets if you do that rookie game.
Got you.
So, all right, man. Appreciate you coming on today, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, man.